Combo Breaker!
Hey, welcome back to Day of the Peopleist, and welcome to Combo Breaker, where I mess around with some deck testing to try to make some creative combo decks that are viable, if not really competitive. Today's deck is called Another One because it produces a stable infinite blink loop, and depending on how you use it, infinite token generation, infinite mill, infinite life gain, infinite damage. Did you like the last hit? Alright, well here comes another one. So big shout out to Creative Combos for finding this sweet 2-card combo that goes infinite with a bunch of other stuff. The two keys here are Kirol and the Problem Turtles. So the turtles blink one creature and one artifact each every single turn. If you know me, you know I love Airbender Ascension, but this one is better for this use case because not only does it work first turn without any creature activation, but it also lets you blink an artifact. So this lets you go infinite immediately with Kirol. What does Kirol do here? Kirol lets you copy the blink by tapping two creatures. So if one of your artifacts is a creature, or it makes a creature on entry, you have Kirol and one other creature you can tap to copy the triggered ability. For example, the turtle's blink effect. Okay, so two problems. First of all, you can only use Kirol once per turn. And second, once Kirol is tapped out, what do? Well, what you do is you take the copied blink and you use it on Kirol and a creature generating artifact. So they both blink out, blink back in, and now you have one fresh body and Kirol is brand new, which means his ability limit resets. And now you can just run it all over again while everything is sitting on the stack and your opponent is getting increasingly mad. You hate to love it. And one neat thing about both of these pieces is that they're actually split cost. So that means you can run them in a mono white or any other white combo deck. Creative Combos ran it as an Orzhov with a lot of kill spells, but I'm doing Boros today because I wanted to do a damage combo, so I'll show you how that works. Now, this deck runs 3 artifacts that generate creatures, so that's going to be useful. We have Carrot Cake, which produces a 1/1 White Rabbit creature token. Doesn't do very much by itself, but if you have 50 of them on the board, that's going to be a different story. You have Ninja Cav over here, which also creates a 1/1, similar situation. And Watcher is pretty cool. Watcher will mill 2 cards and gain you 2 life. You loop them with Kirol and Problem Turtles and you can get infinite token generation, or you can get infinite life gain and mill out your enemy. Just to be totally certain that I can break my opponent, I have Sharpshooter and Ralph, which they can both produce infinite damage by creature entry. So Carrot Cake or Ninja Cavalry plus Sharpshooter or Ralph, and then you can just repeatedly ping over and over again. No, you do not need to have both of them to make this deck work, but having more than one offers some side benefits. Like, for example, you can have both Sharpshooter and Raphael on the field at the same time, or you can just have Sharpshooter to hold off flying creatures while you're trying to get your board pieces together. Sharpshooter is almost strictly better than Raphael, but Ralph's legendary status is actually useful for our next trick. So this deck runs a Seriema, which lets you tutor in a legend on entry. So it can call Kirol, it can call the Problem Turtles, or it can call in Ralph, whichever of the 3 pieces you're missing in that moment. And it can also give you one backup copy of a legend while you're setting up in case you're worried about removal or counter, some situation like that. The optimal strategy with this is that you send in the Problem Turtles first whenever possible, because then you can blink the Seriema at the end of turn at least one time and grab another combo piece or another backup. Clay Bricks is also a pretty solid addition for this one because it helps you get your mana. I used it several times in this video to get my mana pieces in order. You can also blink it if necessary, and while it's calling in your planes, it's also thinning out your deck, and it gives you a little bit of life too. So, I mean, it's a Swiss Army knife. It's just really good for this. You probably will not need to infinite blink the clay-fired bricks, but if you're worried for whatever reason and you have specifically ninja bots on the field, then you can just alternate between ninja bots and clay bricks for each blink to get infinite tokens, infinite life, and so on. Now, to be clear, this is still a work in progress deck. Later on, I'll probably experiment with these 2 cards for added laughs. Legion Extruder over here does some direct damage when it comes in, which makes it a useful piece, but you still have to alternate it with the robot ninjas or something like that to make sure you have enough bodies to loop Kirol. But the most hilarious to me would be to run Pinnacle Star Cage, because it will knock out anything with 2 or less mana, and then it'll also blink again when you use it with the Problem Turtles. So you'll annoy the life out of your opponent by looping exiles on their side of the board, but then you also get the blink effect, which hits Legion Extruder, Shocking Sharpshooter, Raphael, whatever, and gives you repeated direct damage. Plus, the Star Cage will also work together with Carrot Cake and Ninja Cavalry, which will give you even more bodies. So this is something that I want to mess with down the road, but I didn't do it today. Other than that, I have Axel Nil over here as a backup damage runner and also land. It came in useful one time as kind of distraction for my opponent. I have a few cages for interaction over here. Some of these things can be swapped out. They're not essential, but they all have their roles. I'm not totally sure about Fabled Passage. It was okay today. I have it here to thin out the deck and make sure that I get at least one basic on deck so that I can use the Dimensional Exile. If you don't know, Dimensional Exile requires a basic land and it lets you take any creature off the board for a bit. If you have any views on this one, let me know. Some of my choices here were kind of limited due to not wanting to crack too many wild cards and work with what I already had in collection, so there's definitely some more room for optimization. This is a test deck, so anyway, let's see what we get.
Another one.
All right, Infinity Blink. Let's see what's going to happen with this one here. I don't know, I've been using it, but this is my first time in a couple days. This is my first time on the ladder with it. Let's see what happens. What do we got here? Mr. Clemphasma. Am I back in silver? I think I'm back in silver. All right. Is this okay? I got Problem Solvers. I got the Ninja Cavalry, 3 lands. Yeah, I think it's all right. I think we can do. And I am, shoot, I guess it's Christmas for me, huh? So I'll just start off with the tapped land. What you got here, Mr. Phasma buddy? What's good? What's going on? All right. Let's put that in here, enter tapped. And next turn we'll get the bricks off. Okay, cool. All right, time for some bricks. All right. Okay, got my planes. Pretty good so far. I can... Oh, all right, so it's going to be one of these kinds. Do I want the Kirol first? No, I know what I need to do. I need to get the Ninja Cavalry out and get rid of this weapons manufacturer. Alright, he's not gonna like that, but I don't care. Bye-bye. I want to get that Kirol down, but I'm worried if I shoot it out too soon, I'm gonna overextend myself. So I got the... Okay, actually I'm gonna thin out first. That might seem a little weird, but it makes sense in context. Do I need another mountain? I don't know. I don't, but... Should I just drop the cavalry now? He could have a sweeper, so I don't know. I'll just stand by for the moment. Okay, have a good one. Later, bro. Just leave the stuff open so he thinks that I have some kind of... Oh, great. More weapons manufacturing. That's very cool. I'm guessing this... Okay. Alright. I don't know if he's got a wipe or not. I got the Iceberg. Do I want to use Iceberg now, or... This is a tough call here. I think I'm going to go with the Problem Solvers first. That might be a little bit of a risky play, but life goes on. And then, yeah, so I can get another plane, and I can get another token guy. If he kills my Problem Solvers next turn, then this whole thing is screwed, but if not, YOLO. I can do the Iceberg and Kirol next. Oh, okay. Alright, what you gonna get rid of? Oh, we're not gonna get rid of anything, you're just gonna draw a card. Ninja Cavalry, of course. Does that mean I win? Do I win now? I might just win. Let's see. So I got the Kirol here. And I got the Cavalry. So I think I pretty much just win, right? Now you can let that happen. And then... Do I want to get rid of this guy? Yeah. I guess I'll send him all in on that. Make him think that that's it. And now here comes the fun part. Ninja Cavalry, Kirol. And then copy. Copy this. Tap these two guys. And this. Okay, let resolve one time. And then copy this. Let's see if he figures out what's happening here. All right, and another one. And yeah, that's it. He got it. All right, I was wondering when he would figure it out.
Another one.
All right, infinite blinks. What do we got? We got the Sharpshooter, we got Kirol, we got Don and Leo, we got a starting town. I don't know, I can't really ask for much more. And I'm going first, so I'll just, yeah, I'll let it go on that. Let's go. I definitely need some more lands. Some clay bricks would not be bad. Right, let's get the mountain down, then I can get a Sharpshooter. So now he can't attack with a Ruin Lurker bad unless he pumps it first. I'm guessing he's got a life gain deck, which is cute. It's not perfect. Does he have... Okay, Halia. A little bit late on the Halia, but... oh, no. So, okay, so he doesn't get the card draw on the Halia, so that was a little bit of a waste for him. Alright, let's get down... Watcher? I think Watcher's pretty good, just because it's going to use up more mana than if I use the Ninja Cavalry. And yeah, you can mill 2, and take 1 to the dome. Now you might be thinking, oh, that doesn't seem like that much, who cares about 1 to the dome? But just wait. Just wait for the fun to start. Yeah, I think I'd actually like a clay brick. Oof, got an essence channeler. I'd like a clay bricks, but with what's coming up here... Okay, so I'm just gonna give him some bad news here. Gonna try to force his hand a little bit. Yeah, so that's gonna be 4 to the dome, and then keep it going. I mean, he might be thinking, oh, this guy's ready to... Oh yeah, you're gonna go for the Axonal, right? Yeah. So that seems like a good idea, but I'm sorry to say, my friend, it's actually not. Alright, and now I have the Problem Solvers. So it's gonna start getting bad for you, buddy. I'm just gonna tell you now. I am not gonna attack with those, but I am going to blink them. Does it matter? No, it doesn't really matter here. Alright, blink and blink. Get some more life, mill some cards, and another one. And another one. Alright, buddy, you better come up with a sweeper or something real fast, because it's about to get even worse for you. Okay, yeah, you want to gain some life. Do whatever you want, man. You can swing in with everything. No? Alright, sorry to say, my friend, but the game is now over. You might not realize it, but you'll realize it pretty soon. And Ninja Cavalry 2, just for funsies. What are we going to do first here? I have so many options now. I just have a perfect curve, perfect board. I mean, this could not have gone more perfectly. No attacks, don't need to, because the fun's about to start. And let's start with the Watcher and the Kirol. And then... yeah, gonna copy this. Tap me, tap the Watcher. And let's do... I don't know, let's just kind of alternate. I think that'll be pretty fun. Let's see if he figures out what's gonna happen here. Okay, yep, so here comes the Stack Hell, and another one. I'm gonna copy this guy. And let me tap Kirol, and let me tap the Mechanized Ninja Cavalry. And let's get the Watcher. Yeah, he figured it out, and that's another one. Oh shoot, man! I almost feel bad for these guys. They have to watch me play solitaire. Like, what's gonna happen now? But they, after a while, they get it. They're like, no, no, this is a loop. I'm screwed.
Another one.
The sad thing is, these are perfectly solid decks. I mean, I think they're good enough to get some damage done, but I don't have any red. I don't need to have red necessarily, but it would definitely make things better. But I have the Seriema. I have a Ninja Cavalry. Probably not going to win with this one, but you know, I'm a man who makes bad decisions, so we'll just go with that. All right. It's another life gain deck. Okay, that makes things better. And next turn I can exile if I want to exile something. Okay, so it's got the Healer's Hawk. And the Ruin Lurker. Okay, so he's going to start gaining a lot of stuff real fast. Tough Turtle is cool, but useless. Do I want to do the Exile now? If I do Dimensional Exile now, then... I don't know, I think I'll just hold off a little bit of damage, and then that might not be the best move, but we'll find out later how that works out. And then next turn I can do the Seriema to get... I can do Seriema to get... What do I want to get from that one? Probably not Kirol, right? Okay, Fabled Passage is good. That means I'm very close to getting 5 mana. So Seriema goes down first. And then I can use that to call in the Problem Solvers. That Leyline of Hope is not helping things. I have to pick between either Dimensional Exile. This doesn't really matter, but it doesn't hurt either. Okay. Leyline of Hope is definitely to their advantage. Okay, so they're going to keep gaining life, which doesn't really matter. The only thing that matters is that I stay alive long enough to do the thing. Okay, so Fabled Passage helps. I have to choose. Between... So if I think I just have to get rid of this now. It's just too much trouble. And that means I can still do the clay-fired bricks and Dimensional Exile or Raphael next time. So I think I'll just slide by on that and hope. Okay, so I mean, I majorly debuff them. They will probably still finish me off, but I think I'm just going to tank 3 here. Because I don't know how many more turns I need to actually pull off my... Okay. Plus he's got all that going on. And is he going to go for the Iceberg? Yeah, he is. Okay. So I'm just about dead. If I activate... Can I waterbend itself? I don't think I can waterbend itself. So if I just gotta let it go. I don't know if a Scry would necessarily help either. I think So this is going to give me 9. That's 9 damage, and I don't have a good way to... I don't think I'm going to get through this. I think he has everything he needs to win. Yeah, I mean, there's no way for me to get the air guys out there, and I can't get rid of that. Yeah, that Banishing Light was what he needed to win. He had it on me.
Another one.
I don't know if this is just going to be a situation where if I have a good hand and I go first, I win, and if I don't and I don't, then I don't win. I mean, it's a just for fun deck. It's not a super competitive deck or anything like that. So I guess there's a good chance that any decent deck with some decent pools are just going to knock me out. Okay, so opponent's going first, and I don't have any white, so he's already got an advantage over me. So the chances of me, I mean, this is okay. I have a seam rip, but I can't use it on the first turn. There's just so many things going wrong here. Is it going to be another lifelink deck too? No? No. Okay, cool. Alright, then I'll just drop a Fabled Passage and stand by here. See what happens. I can get the clay-fired bricks if there's nothing that I absolutely have to answer. Okay, so this is most likely a life gain deck. I don't think there's anything I have to answer, so I'm not going to. I can start getting things moving here. So I get a white here, and that'll let me get the clay-fired bricks out. Your opponent's probably thinking, oh, whatever, clay-fired bricks, no big deal, blah, blah, blah. He gets 2 more life, who cares? I'm going to start gaining life. Yeah, I mean, you're probably going to be gaining life at a pretty frightening rate, which is cool, but it may not help you depending on what happens next. I need one more land. Having one more land would be cool. Okay, so this guy's going to start getting real big real fast, which I don't like. So my thinking is I should just go in with the Seam Rip first. Get rid of Leonardo here. Leonardo, whatever. Yeah, I'm going to use a Carrot Cake here, which doesn't seem very useful, but it's one of my main pieces, so having it on the board will help. Dimensional Exile, it's not going to win me the game, but it's really going to slow down the opponent while I'm building up my land base and things like that. Plus, I still need to drop the Seriema to get my... Okay, so there's an Essence Chandler, so it's useful to have that. I mean, I can still pull this off. Is he going to get the... Oh, yeah, he's going to get the draw here. Good for him. Okay, so he's building up some card advantage, but I'm not out of the game yet, so that's the good news. I'm thinking I should just go Seriema here, get my Kirol. If I do that... I mean, I can get rid of the Essence Chandler now, and I can get Tough Turtle out now. Is that the play? Then I can get Seriema at a later turn after I... Okay, I think I'm just going to do that. I think that's probably going to be the best move here. So I need... Do I need 2 reds? No, I don't think so. I think I'm better off with another white. I just have more white things than red things coming. Okay, so I don't want to sacrifice that. I'm going to get rid of the Chandler over here. Sorry, my friend, you're not my favorite Friends member. And I'm going to get the Tough Turtle here, which, if nothing else, it can hold out against the Bright Blade. It's not what I want it to do, but at least I'll have a body on the board. But there's also a chance that he could try to force some removal if he thinks that he sees something funny happening. It looks like he might remove the Seam Rip. If he wants to do that, that's okay. I mean, it's not the best case situation. Okay. Man, he's just got all of these stackers going up. I know that these guys can really get out of control if I'm not careful. Okay, and is he going to get rid of the Seam Rip here? Yeah, okay. That's okay. He can't attack on this turn. Okay. He's tapped out, so I'm just gonna take that hit. It's gonna buff both of these guys, but I'll be all right in the meantime. I can exile here. Do I want to exile and get the Seriema, or what's the first move? I think, I don't know how much time. This is also going to be distraction if I have it out here. So I think I might just go ahead and do that. I get this guy here, stack it on something else. Don't keep all your eggs in one basket. That's just good advice. So the Ajani's Pride Mate is... Well, actually, if I get rid of that... Then I can also get at the Leonardo. I don't know. I guess I didn't need to untap that land. Yeah, let's resolve that. So I kind of screwed up with the Sacred Foundry bit. Hope that's not gonna bite me in the butt later. But yeah, I take out 2 of these guys for the moment, and that will keep me safer here. Keep Raphael on deck, because I mean, I'm not gonna make a dent in that 27 life, and I'm not gonna try to. That's not the important part here. What is important is getting out my main players. Okay, I don't know what can happen with the Stoat. There's always a chance of Shard Mage, so I'm just gonna let him have it. I think I have enough life to hold out. Okay, sweet. That means next turn I can Seriema into Kirol and then win the game. Alright, so that's not gonna look like very much, and that's fine. I am going to get another body. I don't really need much more. I don't need much more of anything else, right? Yeah. I'm just going to get another body out. Okay, so that doesn't look like much. Oh no, he got 1 extra token and 1 damage. Wow. Does he think he's going to win that way? Just hold on to your socks, buddy. There you go. See what's going to come. So assuming he does not wipe any of my pieces, I mean, I have Raphael. I don't need Raphael, but it helps. And okay, is that it? You got something else? I assume you're going to draw something at the end, but it's probably not going to be enough to win. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that all looks good, and under other circumstances, you would probably win with this. But I have some bad news for you, my friend. Okay, get your life, that's fine. Collect your life, boost your whatever, draw your card, alright. You're looking pretty good, man, I gotta say. I have terrible news for you, which is that I'm about to win the game right now with an infinite combo that's going to give you a huge headache. Alright, so here's my friend Kirol, and good game. You haven't realized it yet, but I've won. And do I want to? No. No, I'm not going to waste any more time because I'm already going to waste enough of his time with this move, and he's just going to hate it. All right, so Carrot Cake and Kirol, and not going to let that resolve yet. First, I'm going to copy this and tap this. Alright, and now let's get this. Let's see if he's figured it out yet. At some point he'll figure it out. Alright, hey look, Kirol's back. Alright, let that resolve. Let this resolve. Do I want another Kirol? Maybe. Okay, and now, guess what? We are in a stable loop, my friend. Let's see, have you figured it out yet? Because it's gonna keep happening. Sorry to say. I don't know, he might try for timer on this one. He might try to win with a timer, but I can't promise that it'll be enough for him. Just gonna keep copying these, this, and right. I was supposed to let that resolve first. That's fine. Okay, so let's let another rabbit show up before I do this again. Yep. Resolve this, yep. Alright, and now activate Kirol again. Sorry, my friend. It goes on again. And another one. Alright, I'm just gonna speed through the rest of this for you guys, so I'll see you up in a minute. And that's it! Sorry, my friend. That's another one. Alright, so these games are decided pretty fast, so I think we'll have probably about 2 more of these. I don't think any of these games are lasting more than 10 minutes, so yeah, I think we can get in and out pretty quickly, so... Yeah, ooh, look at you with your Iridia. All right. This is not great. Going second. I got one removal, but I don't have. I'm missing pieces. Yeah, no, that's just too many pieces missing. This is better. This is a lot better. I don't think I need to have 2 Dons. I do need some other pieces, but there will be time for me to get those soon, I think. Party on! Yeah! Oh, brother. Okay, I'm gonna go with a Fabled Passage first, because even though I have 4 lands in my hand, I can't actually get to this one in time, unless I draw another land, which I really hope I don't. Whenever an artifact an opponent controls is put into the graveyard, draw a card. That's pretty cool. I'm a little bit curious as to what the condition of this deck is, what the goal of this deck is. So I want to let him groove a little bit, but the most important thing for me right now... Okay, cool, I have a second piece. So effectively I can... No, I need one more land. If I get one more land, then I can effectively win the game, but it won't necessarily be a clean, guaranteed win. There's also... Okay, and he's got a Legion Extruder, so I'm sure he's going right for the Cavalry. Alright, so it's going to take me a little bit longer to guarantee that I have this. Alright. Exile top card of your library, you may play it. Now, nah, I don't really care that much. Okay, I got Raphael, that's great. I now have... I don't have all of my pieces. Raphael is useful, but I still need one more blinkable artifact before I can do this. I'll put a little bit of pressure on just to make him... Just to put the clock on him and force him to do something he might not want to do. I would like to get another... Not a Ninja Cavalry necessarily. I think what would be best for me... What would be best for me... What was the bargain there? Oh, you have to sacrifice something. Okay, that's fine. What would be best for me is a cake. So I'm thinking... Yeah. This is cool, but there's not really much I can do with that. If I put out the Raphael, he'll almost certainly kill it. I don't know, actually. I think maybe I should just stand by. I mean, one way or another, I can't win in less than 3 turns, so I guess I'm just going to stand by for here. And I'll probably just pop that food token. I think I'll pop that food token just to have a little bit of a buffer, but... Oh, actually, I don't know. Oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, and then I don't want to sacrifice this. I don't want to throw this token away either. Okay, so he's definitely putting a clock on me, which is the right call in my opinion. What's really obnoxious here is that I don't have any artifacts I can blink here. I really need a blinkable artifact. Otherwise, I mean, I can get the thing going, but I can't make it infinite. I can't do anything particularly useful. I'm getting to the point where I need to start cracking some of these guys, but I just don't want to. I don't want him to get that. I don't want him to get that benefit there. Okay, now I have something blinkable. That's good. Unfortunately, it's still going to take me 3 more turns, but, you know, better than nothing. Do I really need another mountain? I don't, but I guess it wouldn't hurt either. Alright, I'm gonna make him have to... Oh, this also gives me a little bit of life, so that's pretty cool. There's a good chance that he's gonna want to kill that Raphael now. So I don't know if he's got something to... I mean, he's holding... What is he holding? Oh, yeah. Legion Extruder holds priority, but he could also have a burn spell in hand. If he does, there's a very good chance that I'm going to lose this. I mean, I don't know how quickly I can load up on things. He's doing this. Okay, so he's gonna mill some cards. I get 2 life, so that'll keep me in the game a little bit longer. Also, I can yeah, do that. Put a little more pressure on him, make him think that I'm trying to burn him out. Okay, that's smart. Yeah, that's a smart play. Okay. So now I can't really block without giving up one of my pieces. He's got... Oh, and he has the mutagen piece, right? Okay. And there goes Raphael. Okay. I don't need to keep Raphael necessarily. I mean, it's not a bad piece to have, but it's not the most important piece here. Okay. I have at least 2 turns, but I know he's got the weapons manufacturing, right? With the weapons manufacturing combined with the Legion extruder, he's in a pretty good situation. I mean, he can kill the problem solvers, he can kill the watcher, so it's very unlikely that I'm gonna get to the end of this. Yeah, go ahead. I don't have any does he have something that's holding priority? None of these were, I think it's just a connection here then. Probably just latency because I'm a little far away. Alright, I have nothing better to do but solve some problems and gain a little bit of life. But most likely he's just gonna use his mana and crack some tokens, kill everything. I mean, there's not much else I can do here. I don't know if he knows what my last piece is, but probably I'm just out after this. Yeah. Oh, I could have swung anyway. That would have been free. I should have taken the free swing. Okay, and yeah, I mean, there's nothing else for me to do here, so out goes the Watcher. That gets me more life, but if he realizes what's going on, then, or even if he doesn't realize what's going on, just decides he's going to get aggressive, if he wants to cover all of his bases, then there's just nothing I can do. I mean, if he gets rid of the Watcher but doesn't get rid of the problem solvers, then I have a chance. What does this thing do when it's stationed? It just becomes a flying attacker. Okay. So that alone is not enough to kill. Now the problem is he is capable of interrupting my infinite loop. I think he has priority, so. I have, that's 6, right? So there's no point doing both of those. I mean, I'm gonna start the loop, but he's probably gonna interrupt it. If he realizes what the situation is, then there's nothing else I can do. But I'm gonna try anyway and see if he just misses it entirely, because there's always a chance. So this has vigilance, and this can't be killed by anything he has. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I don't want to. That doesn't matter. I mean, either he lets me do the loop or I lose. That's basically just it. Okay, so Watcher and Kirol. And this doesn't resolve yet. Tap, tap. Is he gonna let it resolve? No, he's gonna start sacrificing things, and then that kills the Watcher. Okay, we're done here. Yeah, there's no way I can get through. I think what can really screw up this is having instant speed interruptions. I mean, what am I supposed to do when that comes up?
Another one.
All right, unless this is a short one, then this is going to be the last game for this set. It's been pretty fun. I've gotten the combo off a few times, so I can't really complain. This is okay. think I would prefer bricks, but that's okay, and I can seam rip on the first turn if I need to. Okay, that's alright. Alright, what you got here? You're not mono white, are you? Are you mono white? Is this another life gain deck? Because I like my odds against life gain. Angels. Alright. Well, this one is very useful, so I don't see any reason to let you have it. You can, yeah, go have a good one, buddy. Now, if I get one more land, then I effectively have all of the pieces. Okay, let's... Should we go in with Kirol now and risk it? You know, as my good friend says, let's risk it for the biscuit. Yeah, just pay one, that's nothing big. So this might limit his movement. He might be wondering, alright, what's this guy supposed to do? It looks pretty useful, but I don't know. Does he realize... Okay. Yeah, if that's all you got, that's fine. You can swing in with your Ademi. Oh, that's pretty cool. Alright, so he's back in the game for sure. Yeah, that's exactly the piece I wanted. So I fire off some bricks. And yeah, that's what I'll need next turn. And Ninja Cavalry here. And then... yeah, I mean, why not? So if I do this, he might think, oh, that's all it does. It just generates extra tokens every turn. So if that's what he thinks, that's cool. I'll let him think that. And that'll make him double think the Ademi. On the other hand, I might have just made a target out of one of these two. So if he takes the ninja bots, then I can just carrot cake next turn, that's fine. No? Alright, my friend, I have some bad news for you. I think you are out of the game. Alright, this is a good one. He's gonna hate me doing that so early. Do I want to swing in now? No, there's no point. But I am going to do the move. And let's loop that one a little bit. Tapping this and this. Yep. Okay, let's get this guy. Let them come in a bit.
Another one.
Okay, yeah, let that resolve. And now, let's repeat this. Tap, tap. And artifact, creature. I like how they're neatly at the opposite sides too. Okay, now they're next to each other. That's pretty cool. And let's repeat this. And tap, tap. And I need this one and this one. Alright, I'm just going to put on some music while I do this. And we are finished. All right, I think that was a good way to close that one out. And now we are in silver tier 3. All right, so that is how you get up one tier by playing a meme deck. I'll get to you guys in a minute in the wrap up.
Another one.
All right, so that was another one and another one. You can see it's a surprisingly consistent deck when the opponent doesn't really have any answers, and they often won't be answering because nothing really looks like a threat until the end game hits. It's just kind of an unusual combo, but once it gets going, you can just see the opponents kind of sit there dumbfounded wondering what is going to happen next, and then they just suddenly realize, oh, I'm going to get pinged to death through one slow stack resolution at a time, and then they just call it quits there. I think it's fair to call this a toxic deck because it creates not just an Is It Lessons or Coma style solitaire state, but it also resolves at a hilariously low speed. So it's really good at wasting people's time. Once the opponents figure it out, they realize they're just not going to win if they can't interrupt the stack, or maybe they don't know if they're going to win or not, but they just don't want to sit around and find out because it's such a time waster. And even a sweeper can be useless if the combo is looping with entry damage or mill on the board. So they might be thinking, oh, once this guy gets to the end of his rabbits or whatever, then I'll just sweep him the next turn. But if you're, pinging damage each time the rabbits come in, it's not going to help. You can also see that it gets to the end of the games surprisingly fast. It's not like a 30-minute long deck, probably because it should be ready to go by the 6th turn, or else you just kind of have to call it and say, that's it, I'm not going to win with this. So yeah, give this deck a try, show me your fruitiest loops, and until then, keep on peopling.